Welcome back to the show. Let's talk with Urvashi. This episode is continuation from last episode of Dr. Ashish Nagar. Let's explore today as well.
So that means whatever these people are carrying with them, the so-called PTSD, the
Mm,
so-called psychological trauma, the
mm,
so-called trauma of somebody leaving back, or there are many people who come with their parents also. People, I always say this, people keep their parents' photos in their DPs for 1 year after they have passed away also.
yeah.
And my simple question is that only means that you want to get some significance out of discussing this trauma in your life with other people. And that is why you are reliving that trauma inside you.
Mm,
You just have to find out why you are keeping. Because one, see, now let me bring you to conclusion, Urvashi. I asked you few questions, and in when we started talking about PTSD, the
mm,
first thing first is you will not harm yourself knowingly. Am I right or wrong?
right.
You will not do anything that will hurt you knowingly. Am I right or wrong?
Yes,
So
you're
that
right.
means whatever you did in the past that gave you this pain
Mm,
was because of the situations.
mm-hmm.
You
Yeah.
took the decision, whatever you took, because of the situations that were at that point of time.
Mm-hmm.
And all this thing was
Past.
it was in the past. So now the simplest question is, if today you are crying for that, is it actually making any sense?
Give me a second.
You don't need to take guilt. You don't need to take regret because it was situational. Am I right?
Mm,
Whatever decision you took, it
mm,
was situational. Because of the circumstances, you took this decision. Second thing, it happened in the past. There is no way you can change it. Third thing, that event is already over. It is already gone. It is somewhere in the past. You are just bringing it again and again. And if you are bringing the thing that is paining you, if a knife is cutting my finger and I again and again cut my finger,
mm,
that definitely means that I'm getting some or the other significance for which I want to keep it with me. If the people just understand why I am keeping this pain with me, why I am keeping it.
mm,
And when you ask this why you are keeping this pain, there will be an answer.
mm.
Fill that answer with something good in your life
Yeah.
rather than using this painful event again and again to fill that gap. So people just need to find out that gap.
Mm,
And when you accept, see, conclusion, you said people are not able to forgive. Let me tell you very clearly. Number one, it was not your fault. It was not other person's fault. It was all because of the situations and circumstances that you were having.
yeah.
So you don't need to personalize.
Mm,
Point number one. If you don't personalize, you cannot blame.
true.
If you personalize, you blame. If you
Yeah.
personalize to yourself, you blame yourself. Then there is guilt and regret. If you
Yeah.
personalize, if I say Urvashi said me like this, then Urvashi, I'm blaming Urvashi because I'm personalizing it to Urvashi.
Mm,
So if we just understand, number one, it was all situational. It happened because of certain circumstances that built over a period of time. At that point of time, when you took a decision of separation, when you took a decision of leaving out from the job, when you took a decision, because it was up to you to respond to that thing, and
mm,
you responded with lot of pain, lot of emotion. Now you are keeping this pain and emotion with you. The thing is over in the past.
mm,
So ask yourself a very simple question. Why I want this pain to be with me still
mm.
after so many years, after so much of time, after so many, you know, you would have left the job, you would have got multiple other jobs also. You would be in a better position also right now. Your designation would also have been got better. But if you are still asking me the same question, how can that person push me out? That is not that person's problem. He is
Mm,
already gone.
yeah.
It is your problem. So
Mm,
first question, why I am keeping this pain with me?
mm,
Any person who is trying to get rid of PTSD or get rid of this all emotional pains and problems must ask themselves one simple question. Why am I keeping this pain with? And when you ask this question, there will be an answer.
Yeah,
You just need to address that answer with something good in your life, and your life will change. As simple as it can be.
excellent.
Sorry to elaborate, but
Um,
I think it needs that explanation.
yes, without that awareness, I guess we do not have a capacity to
See, other
implement.
problem, Urvashi, is people say mindfulness, 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 stay in the present, stay in the present, stay in the present. You cannot stay in the present. Even if I tell you to close your eyes and take a deep breath, you will be not in the present moment. You'll be in the present moment only and only when you just understand what is gone is the past, what is coming is yet to come,
Hmm.
and all difference it makes is what I am doing at this very point of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Today, today, what I am doing. If I am fat, if I regret, I say I would not have eaten so much of food that I gained so much of weight. That is not going to make any difference.
Hmm.
If today I am fat, if I want to lose weight, I need to see 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, 5 years from now, what weight I want.
Hmm.
Supposing I'm 150 pounds today,
Hmm.
I want to get into 100 pounds, okay, after 1 year.
Yeah.
I need to see, okay, I need to get to 100 pounds after 365 days. So, how much weight can I lose in 30 days, next 1 month?
Hmm.
If I need to lose this much weight, say 5 pounds, 10 pounds, whatever you say, if I have to lose 10 pounds in 30 or 60 days, what change I will make in my diet that will help me do that? What change I will make in my day to day activity that will help me do that? And then, whatever answer you get, start implementing it.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than sitting and cursing your past, if you prepare for your future, and how to prepare, I'm just chunking it down to very simple steps. How to prepare, fix a goal, then see what will it take, what I should do today, now, at this very point of time.
Hmm.
That will help me reach where I want to reach after 1 year, 5 years, 10 years. Rather than thinking about, oh, I would have done this, oh, I would have done this, I would have been in a better place by now. It's okay. And with this, I'm calling your next question because I know where this talk is going. So please let your next question come up.
Yeah, you exactly know that what I was going to ask. I'll come back to this question, but before that, I want you to take back to the question that we discussed. I want you to explain that what we are holding back, or the grudges that we are holding, or the hatred, or we are holding onto the people or a situation, because every day in the workplace or the day-to-day life or a families, that we have some even little grudges or the big ones that I'm holding within me, or a negativity, or those emotional blockage I'm holding it. I want you to explain that how they are affecting on the physical body and the mental health, because people are not
Right. This
realizing
is,
it.
uh, see, you have again opened one more quad. I'm sorry if I take more time in explaining these
No,
points to
no,
you,
no.
but please understand.
I wanted to tell this. I wanted to let you know that we have those topics to discuss, that we have a multiple podcasts to be done to create the awareness.
Right, right,
We
right,
cannot
right,
cover in 1 hour, 2 hours.
right, right. So, Urushi, the question that you asked is a very, very good question. I'll ask you one counter question.
Mhm.
How do you know that something that has happened in your life is good?
I think it's just a my perception of saying good or bad based on my perception or my
Okay,
experiences.
I'll again rephrase my question and ask you.
Mhm.
At this point of time, when you are sitting in front of me, I would like all the viewers to do this. What I'm just asking to Urvashi. I would like all the listeners to do this. Okay,
Mm.
think of a moment when you are very happy in your life. Just think of a moment when you are very happy in your life. Keep your eyes open. Yeah, if you feel like closing the eyes, it's okay. You see yourselves. Just see yourselves. Those people who are watching this episode later on, you can just turn on your front camera of your mobile and you can just see yourselves.
Yeah.
Just see yourself. Think of a moment that was very good and very touching and very happy in your life.
Yes.
And now think of a moment that is comparatively painful, that is comparatively not very good in your life.
Hmm. Yeah, it changes right away from here and it comes to straight to the face.
Something inside you informed you this was good, this was bad.
Hmm.
What informed you this was good, this was bad?
My emotional state.
Absolutely. So we will call it the state of mind or the state that you get into. Now the problem, Urvashi, is and yeah, one more very deep-seated question. See, we need to understand how thinking about a good event brings that good feelings inside you,
Hmm.
and how thinking about a bad event or bad memory brings bad things inside you. So we know this. There is something called as the endocrine system.
Hmm.
The endocrine system is the system which releases the hormones inside us. See, all the world is talking about this, cortisol, adrenaline,
Yeah.
and dopamine, and estrogen levels, and
Serotonin.
oxytocin level, and serotonin level, and everybody's talking about this. So, these things, hormones, now. They are not new to the world now, right? People
Hmm.
are aware of what is hormones. The moment you think of something that was not so good, it stimulates certain areas in your brain which releases certain hormones in your blood. And as these hormones are circulated in the blood, it gives your body a state. Are you with me?
Yes.
When you think of something which was not so good in your life, when something is not so good, we have a response in our body which is known as fight or flight response.
Hmm.
This response is our primitive, the first and the most primitive reptilian response in our body when we were reptiles in the story of evolution. The reptilian response was if something is not good, our body will protect against it by
Hmm.
releasing certain chemicals.
Hmm.
Are we right till this point?
Exactly. Yeah.
When you think something good, there is a release of certain good hormones in the body that makes you feel, suddenly you feel good when you think about a good event. The very next moment, if you think about an event that was painful, you start feeling, the feelings start changing. How quickly it reacts.
Hmm.
It didn't take any time it didn't take a time that you need, okay, now I was feeling this, now I'm feeling this. You don't have to do that. It just came to you. The moment you thought of a good thing, the good
Hmm.
hormones released. The moment you thought of the bad thing, the bad hormones released.
Yeah.
Up till this, we are clear.
Yes.
So now, when we are thinking of things which are not good in our life, which are not great in our life, which are painful in our life, which we have given them a tag that this was something unfortunate, this was something which should not have happened. This is blame, this is guilt, this is regret, this is anger, this is upset, this is resentment. All these terms, all the array of terms that are used now, when you go into these emotions, this causes certain release of certain chemicals in the body.
Yeah.
So now you will answer your question yourselves. What happens when you again and again think of those things which would not have happened in your life?
So I'm keep triggering those negative emotions and
As simple
hormones.
as it. And we know that when these hormones are not giving a good feel inside us, that means these are not good hormones.
Yeah.
So definitely they should be in the limited range that they should be in the body.
Yes.
But when you trigger them again and again, again and again, again and again, the level of these hormones in the body starts increasing.
Yeah.
When we started the talk, I said you physiological stress. Now, if there is an increased level of these hormones which should not be there in the blood, the body has to work more to clear them up. So
Yes.
all the systems of the body try to clean these hormones, and in this process, the hormonal balance between the good and the bad hormones just get disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
And over a period of time, if now this is science, it has been proven, the whole world is discussing about it. The more you have stress hormones present in the blood, the more it starts, it's just like, if you are not in a good health in the body, if you are not feeling great, if you are ill in your house, everybody else will get affected, right or wrong?
Correct.
If I am not feeling good, if I am having some disease, if I am having fever, simple. If I am having fever or I am having flu and I
Mm-hmm.
am not working how I should work,
Mm.
then my parents, my kids, my spouse, my office people, everybody gets affected. So
Yeah.
if one thing in your body is not working normal, it starts affecting all the other things.
Mm-hmm.
And see, this can go up to a level where it is correctable.
Mm. Yeah.
Once it crosses the level of correctability, then it starts giving friction,
Yeah.
and this friction starts causing impact on your veins. Then to avoid this friction, we use narcotics, we use alcoholism, we use external things, we use external products, we use LSDs, we use mood lifters, we use cigarette smoking, we use alcoholism, and we use so many addictive things for a certain point of time. When you are consuming it, you feel better because it increases the flow of good hormones in the body.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm sitting and smoking cigarette, I'll feel, wow, I'm at the top of the world. It's the impact of that particular caffeine that is making me feel good. Some
Mm.
people are addicted to coffee, black coffee. They
Mm.
just consume coffee. Everything, the wonderfully God has created this body is, it is a self-sustaining system.
Yeah.
You don't need to give it anything from outside. It is a self-sustaining system. It knows to clean it also. It knows to maintain it also.
Mm.
But the problem is when we start depending on external factors to feel good. So
Mm.
then what we do, we go and watch a movie. One thing which people don't discuss, pornography, the
Yeah.
biggest culprit in today's society,
Yeah.
which is breaking the relations, taking the people away from relations. Uh, uh, a short time release of good chemicals, but which is again overtaken by the release of bad chemicals, because other than this, we are continuously thinking the negative thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
And over a period of time, this is definitely going to impact the system completely.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe today it is not there. So here we need to understand one more thing, Urvashi. There are stages in disease development. Now, Dr. Deepak Chopra also talks about this. Dr. Joe Dispenza also talks about this. These are the people who have researched in health.
Yeah.
They have researched with evidences, they have researched in health.
Yeah.
First stage is the feeling of discomfort. First is discomfort.
Mm.
Second stage is non-medical illness, or as I tell it, non-pathological illness.
Mm-hmm.
That means all the reports are normal,
Mm.
all the tests are normal, but the body is not at comfort.
Yeah.
Non-pathological illness. When the non-pathological illness also gets pushed, it goes into pathological illness.
Mm.
So then the reports start getting deviated. Then the reports start showing the disease, and then the disease is labeled, and then all the focus is given to treat this disease
Is
and not the
body.
person.
Mm-hmm.
This is how something that you are holding, a grudge that you are holding inside you, a negative thing, but it's as simple as that. As I said, you just have to realize, why am I holding it when it is painful, when it is not good? If
I,
you
I
understand only this, you can release it.
I really want you to tell at this point, I guess most of us, most of the population, we don't realize it that the emotional grudges or the emotional negativity is impacting to the physical body for
Absolutely.
any of the diseases including cancer on the long term.
Absolutely.
And I guess that is the only reason that even after following all the healthy diet and exercise and everything, still people are getting sick with the severe disease. So
Absolutely.
so my
So there have been cases in my life where a 34 years old guy who was absolutely normal. When I was a physiotherapist, I got a case, 34 years old guy running on the treadmill, and he just collapsed down and he ended up into paralysis of one side of body.
oh
Uh, he was not having any financial stress. He was very good at his relationships. He was maintaining his diet very well. He was doing exercises regularly. He was doing everything within the guidelines very normally.
hmm,
See, the problem, Urvashi, is such people, how they show themselves is, I can handle any stress very easily. Nothing is stress for me.
hmm,
They don't understand this simple fact that not showing stress
yeah.
is a bigger culprit than being in stress. These are the people who are just sitting inside, what you said in the last question, they have a ego in themselves. We are
Yeah.
so strong, we can handle anything and everything. But they don't understand that the trauma is deep inside.
Hmm.
They have taken the trauma. Their system is putting is it is trauma, but only because they don't want to show it outside, they become so strong that they don't even express themselves.
Exactly.
The worst type of problem.
Yeah.
And when you start suppressing these emotions inside, when you start suppressing these things, see, it's just like the pressure cooker where you just stick its whistle. If
Hmm.
you put something in pressure, you just put some Feviquick and stick the whistle over there. What will happen with the cooker?
It's gonna blast.
And where it will show the impact? It will show the impact wherever there is a weak point
Hmm.
that will give a way out.
And that's the body's weak part, which is getting triggered as a disease, right?
Wherever the body is getting weak, and it just comes out as a blast.
Hmm.
Imagine it's a volcano that is just erupting. It
Yeah.
just erupts out, and people really don't. I don't know. He was so good till yesterday. He came to office. He did everything. He just went back home normally. And today morning he had a cardiac attack and he was in the cardiac unit. Why is it so?
Hmm.
So they don't understand that those people who are becoming very strong outside, they need to understand, show your emotions. That helps you release these good hormones.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you don't express your emotions, if I am feeling pain inside, my body is releasing cortisol and adrenaline and other pain related hormones, but outside I am showing, yes, everything is good, I am very happy, I am very lucky, I am very good. So outside I am trying to oppose the state that my body is getting by the release of these hormones. And don't you feel this is a bigger conflict in your physiology itself that you are creating?
It is, and I guess the humanity is suffering at this point that we are evolved so much, but we do not realize the emotional
The
holding back.
problem of social media, Urvashi, the biggest problem of social media is we want to feel and see good when we are taking a pic on social media, but nobody's bothered what is going inside the person. I really hope that I create a camera that can click the emotional flow of the person. I just hope somebody somewhere, if is listening to me, should try to create some camera which will click the emotional picture of a person rather the picture that the selfie is giving to us.
Giving.
So this
So this is my kind request to all the viewers. If you are looking forward for this kind of conversation with with the particular guest, please do comment that what kind of questions or what kind of awareness we should bring it up here, what kind of uh, conversation we should hold that can help every one of us in day-to-day life. What should we focus more on, the relationship issues or mental health or physical health or social issues? please do let us know, because we have so much to share with all of the world. We have so much to request your opinion, that what kind of awareness we needed, because we all of us are going through the same journey. We have pain, we have misery, we have happiness, we have excitement, we have all the emotions around. What kind of help we need in which area, that we all have to figure it out with each other. So please do let us know, reach me out that could help you and me in every way of life. And it will really help me to invite those kind of guests who can come and help us to flow, to flourish in this life. Let's help each other out to reach that vision and mission which I'm holding, because I am trying to create, my team is trying to create, because we are trying to create the blissful life, that community where every life is blissful, because we are trying to take every life to reach to the next level. So let's join us, let's make it happen today.